Well, hello! You've caught me at a great time. I've just found out something fantastic in Addictive Drums. So, for a while there, I was taking my Addictive Drums and I was routing it to... I was taking individual drum tracks and I was deleting everything but like the snare or the hi-hats or the kick because I wanted to test some stuff out. But I found out that there's an easier way to do that inside of Addictive Drums, and so you have kind of a little bit more granular control. You can mess with stuff where compression is concerned a little bit better. So inside of Addictive Drums here, you can see I just have a preloaded beat firing off right now. And if you go to each one of these bottom little faders here, you'll see that there's a little arrow here. Now you can tell these to separate out to the master, which is just this plugin, or the separate out, which will extrapolate it from this plugin and put it into a new track inside of like Ableton or whatever DAW you're using. Now, you can have it both ways, but there's not really, to my knowledge, doesn't really seem to be a huge point to that. But whatever, doesn't matter. We're gonna go ahead and do separate out here. And now what we'll do is we'll come in here and we'll hit Command T to make a new audio track. Now, in the new audio track, we're gonna do in or auto, doesn't matter. We're gonna go ahead and we're going to select Addictive Drums here. And we're gonna set up the kick. Now when I solo the kick, you'll hear it. It's kind of a nasty sounding kick. It doesn't sound amazing by itself. Whatever. It's a jazz kit. And when you do that, you'll notice there's only 10 faders here. And the one that is missing, which is really important for a lot of music, is ride. You'll actually notice that most of the cymbals are missing. You have your 3 cymbals up here and your ride that are missing from up here. Everything else is there though, which is kind of silly, but it's not for phasing issues. And also for like sampling issues. You wouldn't normally mic a hi-hat, or you would mic a hi-hat. You wouldn't normally mic like a ride or a cymbal, like a crash, whatever. And so for that reason, you have over here in the bottom right quadrant of Addictive Drums, you have these 3, the overheads, the room, and the bus. I don't really know what the point of the bus one is. It does function in some capacity on other tracks. But these 2, overhead and room, those are what are going to capture your crashes and your ride and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and let's do the snare now. We'll make another track for the snare. We'll do Addictive Drums. We'll choose snare. And we'll solo that as well so you can hear the kick and the snare together. Beautiful jazz snare. And same thing goes with the hi-hat. We'll do hi-hat here, just cuz, why not? And again, I'm going to show off. So you're missing a lot of flavor. If you solo the Addictive Drums, you'll hear it all kind of come back. Right? It's like got the room and everything. It's got the overheads, the room mic going on. So let's take those and let's put those out into their own separate tracks. Addictive Drums, and they appear down here as overhead. We'll solo those 2. So this is a really efficient way of extrapolating the drums you want to hear outside of Addictive Drums and into other audio tracks, so you can manipulate them a little bit better. I was using the compressor Neutron, and I thought that was very much more superior to superior drums to the compressor that's built into Addictive Drums. Doesn't have enough control, doesn't have enough kind of color that it adds to the sound. So yeah, this was a really interesting kind of test that I did. Like I said, you don't have control over your big cymbals, your ride, and your 3 crashes or whatever you want to call them, because those are contained within the overhead and the room. Again, I'm guessing just based on some personal viewing experience, they don't mic your ride cymbal typically, or your whatever crashes and stuff like that, because it doesn't really help the mix too much. That's why you have overheads. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share some of that information in this very beautiful blue light I have cast on me right now. Yeah, that's it.